Tecno just released the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Wait, what did I say now? Let us recap, please. Tecno just released the Tecno Spark 40. And if you look at this phone and you think this looks like the iPhone 17 Pro Max, then you are not wrong. Because obviously, this phone has the same concept as the proposed iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. But now, aside this design, is this phone what you're going for? Like, this one is over 140,000 Naira. Is this a real upgrade from last year's Spark 30? Or should you just, dodge this phone and save your money? Remember on my channel here, I tell you guys, the phones you should go for or the phones you should dodge and save your money. So which one will the Tecno Spark 40 be today? Well, find out as you watch this video to the very end. Okay, and guys, do not forget to give it a thumbs up if you love what you're about to hear, and also click on the subscribe button below and turn on the bell notification icon so that when I create more and more of these videos, you guys will be the first to get notified. Okay, so now let's jump on to the unboxing experience. Right in the box of the Tecno Spark 40, we see pretty much everything we see in normal phones unboxing. The phone itself, yes, we see this MTN data bonus, SIM ejector tool, the paperwork, a clear case, the charging brick and charging cable, and even an earpiece. So yes, I'm going to give Tecno a thumbs up for this one because of the full box of the Tecno Spark 40. Now, let's move on to the design and the body build. Looking at this phone, we all know that the Tecno Spark 40 is actually very beautiful. This looks premium. Come on. The matte finish feels slick in the hand and it actually repels fingerprints, which is rare for budget phones. It looks more expensive than it really is, though it is nearly identical to the iPhone 17 Pro Max concept because it feels as if, Tecno went to iPhone's future to get their phone and bring it for us. Tecno didn't just borrow ideas, they copied the whole work and just changed the name. But hey, let us give credit when credit is due. The phone still looks good. The side-mounted fingerprint scanner is still here and it is fast and reliable, just like last year. And yes, we get IP64 water and dust resistance on this. So rain, splash of water, dust, or any other thing, this phone is going to survive. However, do not try to submerge your phone inside water for this whole water resistant test. It would not survive. Okay, and now this is all for design. But I'll be thinking, what if iPhone decided to change the whole concept of this, their iPhone 17 Pro Max? What will Tecno now do? Because lately we've been seeing both Tecno, Infinix, Itel copying that brands. Right? For the Itel started last year. They copied the Samsung S25 Ultra by giving the Itel S25 Ultra. Very much identical. Now, Tecno did the Tecno Pop 10, even Infinix Smart 10, right? They all look like the iPhone 16. And over here is the Tecno Spark 40, which is like the iPhone 17 Pro Max and the Pro, right? But what if this Pro Max decide to change the whole concept? Because this seems like is their selling point. Well, till September, I'm going to find out if iPhone decides to shun the world or sticks to this design. Now, for the display, I'm actually confused as to what Tecno did right here because they increased the refresh rate from last year's own from 90 Hz to 120 Hz refresh rates. But guys, they dropped the resolution from 1080p to 720p. Like, so you increased the refresh rates and you dropped the resolution, which means if you're watching the videos, it's not going to look as crisp as last year's Tecno Spark 30. Like, come on. This is meant to be a full upgrade and not, upgrading some and downgrading some. The performance of this phone is even more confusing because tell me why Tecno added the Helio G81 on the Tecno Spark 40 this year, while last year's Tecno Spark 30 had Helio G91, which means in terms of, heavy performance, last year's Tecno Spark 30 is going to be, stronger and take more performance than this year's one. So it's like a downgrade on this aspect again. Now, what this means in terms of if you're a gamer or if you do anything on the phone, Tecno Spark 30 as of last year is going to handle much more, heavy tasks than this phone. Okay, while you can do your day-to-day tasks on both phones, in terms of you're playing your PUBG, your, Call of Duty, Genshin Impact, on the Tecno Spark 40, you are going to notice it's going to be lagging or even hanging, right? So for the performance, it's just only for day-to-day activities, right? But now looking at the price also, because whatever we're talking about in a smartphone, we need to consider every single thing, right? So I'll talk about the price and see if it's still worth it or if just dump the phone and go for something else. Now, for the camera, I'm sure you guys will be hoping that since it looks like the iPhone 17 Pro Max, the camera should be, spectacular. Well, it is going to shock you that there is also a downgrade on the camera. I'm now talking about last year's Tecno Spark 30. Wow. So now this phone has a 50 MP main rear camera and it's paired with a 0.08 MP auxiliary lens. And trust me, this other lens they said is 0.08 is just for paperwork. It does not do so much on the camera itself. Now, the problem here is that the Tecno Spark 30 had a 64 MP Sony sensor that took better photos both in daylight and in low lights. And then the selfie camera, we have 8 MP for this year, while last year had 13 MP. So now for the whole camera setup, this looks more like an entire downgrade, right? Even though, the Tecno Spark 40 takes decent photos, right? The camera is actually nice. But now I'm talking about last year's own, because every year we need to receive, a noticeable upgrade, right? But from the display to the, performance to now the camera, it's more like a downgrade. Well, let's move on to the next one. Let us see if there's going to be a noticeable, upgrade for you guys who want to go for this Tecno Spark 40. To the battery and charging, now we notice an upgrade here. Okay, last year had 5000 mAh battery, but this year has 5160 mAh. So it means this year only is going to last longer than last year's. And also the charging from, I think, 15 watt last year to 45 watts this year. In less than 1 hour, your Tecno Spark 40 is going to fall from 0 to 100%. That is insanely fast. So for this upgrade, I give Tecno a thumbs up. Okay, so more than 12 hours, even up to 1 day, you can keep on using this phone without thinking of using a power bank like the iPhone users, or probably looking for where you can just plug your phone. For the features and extras, you're still getting a stereo speaker, which is rare for devices at this price range. There's an infrared blaster for controlling your TVs or ACs, and the headphone jack is still present, thankfully. For now, we have only one version, which is the 4GB RAM and the 128GB storage. But we're still hoping that Tecno is going to bring out, let's say, the 6GB RAM and also the 8GB RAM with even the bigger storage for those who want to, do more things with their RAM and even storage. For the software and updates, this phone came out with the Android 15, which is actually nice, but I'm not certain you're going to get another Android updates. Unlike we're seeing the Camon 40 series, right? They still have like 2-3 years Android updates, but this may just be stuck on the Android 15 for life. But I'm going to give you guys more details on the Android, update later on. Okay, so don't forget to give me the thumbs up if you're still following with me at this point, and also click on the subscribe button below so that when I create more videos like this, you guys will be the first to get notified. Now, to my final verdict, should you go for this phone or should you dodge it and save your money? Well, before I give you guys that answer, right, if you're looking for where you can get, your iPhone and Samsung, go please sell. You phone this phone, yes, Tecno Spark 40 at an affordable rate, right? And check out my page, Mivon Gadget on TikTok. Okay, now the reason why I open this page is because most people on my TikTok, even on my YouTube here, comment section, and my Facebook and all platforms, they're asking me, they're scared of being scammed when you're about to get iPhone, Samsung, and all, and they don't even know how to check certain things. So I felt okay. Even though I've created a lot of videos saying guys how you can avoid being scammed when you're getting used or brand new iPhone, Samsung, and the rest, right? I am going to help you guys and also help myself because I'm getting a lot of DMs, right? And we start just sending these gadgets. And one thing you know about this is first of all affordable, yes, right? This is legit, and probably you're going to have peace of mind getting any gadgets from me. So check out my minimum gadget page on TikTok and send me a message. Any phone at all you want, you are going to see it over there. Okay, so guys, let us continue to if you should go for the Tecno Spark 40 this year or not. Now, first of all, looking at the price, this is around 140,000. Okay, which is actually affordable. And looking at the specs, it is actually fair. Okay, for this year, we all know that the price of phone now has increased. Few years back, a phone of 100,000 naira was very spectacular, but this year, phone around 100,000 naira is like an entry level phone. Okay, so you should not expect much from that phone. All right, but if you have a Tecno Spark 30, do not even upgrade. If you want a sleek modern looking phone, a faster charging phone with 45 watts charging speed, 120Hz display for smooth scrolling, decent all-day battery with 5160 mAh battery, right, and solid basics for social media and calls, then this phone is for you. However, if you want a sharp screen quality display, right, because this is 720p, if you want a better selfie and rear camera and also a better performance phone, then I think you should skip this. If you have the Tecno Spark 30, like I talked about, from everything I've explained here, the Tecno Spark 30 is even a better option for you this year. So do not think of upgrading if you're using Tecno Spark 30 today. Okay. But like I said, at 143,000, this is still a good phone. Okay. But if you can see we can get the Tecno Spark 30, man, just go for it. Right. I don't know how much Tecno Spark 30 is currently, or if you can still see it in the market today, but I think that is a better option. But if you want to feel among, the iPhone 17 gang, then you can also go for this. So let me know in the comment section if you're going to go for this phone or you're going to dodge it and go for something else. And if you'll be seeing this mint money here on my table, wondering why is this guy, why is Smarty dropping this on the table? Well, I'm currently working on videos, a lot of videos actually. I'm going to show you guys how you can get over 9 gigabytes worth of data, 9 GB with this money, 1,000 naira here. Yes, you're going to use just 1,000 naira to get 9 GB. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel and turn on the bell icon. So when I upload that video, you guys will be the first to get notified, okay? So, see you guys.